Hi, everyone. Thank you all for stopping in. I really appreciate it. We got a few people stopped in already. Let us have a little look. We have The Life of Doris. We have Wine Cellar Trials. Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Justin Winnings. BC Gerbs. Hey, thank you for stopping in. Danny Days Ahead. Thank you so much for stopping in. Old Man King Peter, hey, thank you. And that's it for the moment. Thank you guys for stopping in. I really appreciate it. To my members, thank you so much for coming in. Of course, Doris got to be part of something here. You knows that. Not only is she have her own channel now, she still wants to be a part of my videos, of course. And I hope everyone is doing fantastic today. I have a package to open from Rebecca, who is in my chat here right now. I will get to that shortly. Is Nightbot working? It should be. I haven't disabled it or anything. No question mark on the back step, Gerbs, and it should work. Yeah. So, I hope everyone is doing well. I am finally at my regular scheduled time for a live. How good is that? Had intents on going out yesterday, but of course, being in Newfoundland, the weather wasn't cooperating at all. And again, this morning when I got up, I was going to make a go out, but it was still not very cooperative. So I think I'm just going to go on the step and make another video out there, like my Monday video where I had the visitor. Update. My figure 4 deadfall was set off, but I never got no video of it being set off. For whatever reason, the camera turned on after it was set off and everything was all done. But the bait was gone. There was nothing caught in the trap. But he's a smart bugger, so I'm going to do a little modification on it when I goes back out and does some video on it again. I know, Rebecca, I heard that. I hope you feel better. We are getting a lot of rain here, yes, Gerbs. It's well, it's typical Newfoundland. It's wet. This morning when I got up, everything was still wet and drizzly, and there was fog around, so nothing was drying out. Hey, Des, thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. So hopefully. Yeah, it wasn't an octopus I was after, but it was something just as sneaky. Yeah, check out my video from Monday, and I got footage of the visitor on my step because I bought myself. Oh, that's okay, Doris. I bought myself a trail camera. And I set it up out on the step to try it out. And it poured rain. And this thing held up pretty good, I must say. There was one aspect of the video where there was like a bright white spot in the middle. And not sure exactly why. It could have just been water on the lens or something. But it worked the second time around too, taking some video. But it never got the video that I wanted. So I don't know what happened there. Whether it was too close to what was going on or what, I don't know. So I'll rework some stuff and put it out there again. And I'm going to reset that figure 4. I'd like to catch it in that if I could. Yeah, that's my plan. So, I got the link pinned. If anyone wants to come on up, you're more than welcome to come up and join me here on panel. It's 75 here today, so it's nice, but it's foggy. and that keeps the temperature dropping and up and down, up and down. But it's still pretty nice here, so not so bad, you know. And I am in my new room. I changed some rooms around, so I have a bigger room now for all of my stuff. I do not have it finished. When it's finished, I will do a walkthrough video and let you see what I've got going on here now. You're all seeing my old room where I was, and yeah, it was messy. Still gonna be messy, but nicer messy. Hey Skipper, how you doing? Thank you for stopping in. It's the Numinous Maniac. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I have a few other little gadgets I want to hook up to so that I have them ready for when I do go on my lives and stuff like that. Yeah, you can still hear the bikes, man. I got the window open because it's fairly warm up here, but it's not too bad. About another couple of things too. Now I do play chess. Um, and I do have a wooden chessboard set and a glass chessboard set. So I saw these two things. One is a backgammon set, which I do play backgammon. Doris, you're probably gonna get up and move now because I know. And this was a nice little buy. I only paid $5 for it. And it's a little backgammon board with the instructions and that are all still in there, and the dice and all the pieces. So that's pretty nice and a nice little case. I will get we'll get some use out of that. But this, oh, there she goes. She sees me grabbing the big thing. This I got, and I was really, really excited about when I got it. You have 7 boards. Maybe we can play a long distance game of chess. On this, I have a Simpsons chessboard, and we got Mike Turning Point Survival. Just give me 1 second there, Mike. There we go. And this thing I was so excited about because it's got all the instructions in that, of course, and the board, but all the pieces of the Simpsons characters, which is fantastic. So I can't wait to get this set up because this is probably just going to be set up like a little showpiece section in my room. So, and it's also, I can see it being like a collector's item. Okay. So yeah, there's that. And I was really happy when I found this. And I was like, it's in pretty good condition considering how old it is. It's like probably about, I think it's 20 years old now, almost. So it'll hit the collector's items situation soon enough. And it's the 100% official chess set for The Simpsons, which is great. So how you doing, Mike?
Oh, we're doing. Got the little man down for his nap, so don't know how long I got, but I got a little bit.
Nice.
I've been trying to catch some of your lives to hop on with you, but he actually went down for his nap just a little bit early today, so it actually kind of worked out. Now I fell behind on the YouTube thing with the kid. He's man, I tell you what, that boy running me ragged. Just running me ragged.
That's that life stuff, you know. That stuff takes priority.
Oh yeah, and I tried to keep up with a couple of shorts, to kind of keep people from leaving. And heck, there was only one person that actually left in the 6 months that I didn't post anything. And so, I mean, the people that subscribed, I mean, they're hanging in there with me, staying right, which those are the people I make videos for anyway. So,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
went down a rabbit hole and got a forge and all that. And I'm starting to make thinking about opening up an Etsy thing and linking it to my YouTube. But I don't know. There seems to be a lot more to that than what I thought there was.
Yeah.
But doing some blacksmithing stuff, and mainly making knives. And I'm working on a third. Just got to decide on handle material and overall handle shape, and then I need to be able to reproduce them.
Yeah.
And
Hey, D.
but I got 2 so far. That one, this one here, I don't know where I was exactly going with
Nice
that.
cliff point down it, huh?
Well, all these are hand done. They're just completely square, completely square when I get them.
Yeah.
And of course, I got the knife I made for my daughter. I got an individual that's, having a cow that I'm making it. If he would put his knife and my knife up side by side, there's actually quite a few differences in it. And on my daughter's knife, I will admit that I took direct inspiration from his knife because that was my daughter's favorite all-time knife. And I don't know what happened to it. Pretty much, I got a feeling that it grew legs and walked out of a vehicle because they left the door unlocked.
That's unfortunate.
But needless to say, I've had some interesting conversations with him, and but I need to figure out a way I need to find a place to get a stamp so I can stamp my blades.
That's not going to be easy to get, I don't think. I don't know where you would go to get something like that. That's the thing. Not that it's not going to be easy to get. It's probably really easy to get. I just don't know.
Well,
I don't know foraging for it.
I know another guy. He made his own stamp, but I guess with that, if you have the right person make it, then I mean that's your brand. It is registered to you. I talked to a guy on Etsy, oddly enough, and he only makes one of whatever he makes. If it's a pinwheel, then he only makes one of a pinwheel stamp, and when he sends it to you, it's in his book as the maker, but you get some kind of, not necessarily a certificate, I don't know what to call it, pretty much proving that is yours, and there is only, one by the guy who created it. And I've been told that that's essentially how those things work. But he's going to be not at home where he can let me see what he's got and everything for like the next 3 weeks because he's got road shows and stuff to do. And it's like, well, crap. It's just
hey, DC Outdoors. I recently picked up a knife at a yard sale that was here close to me, and it's
ooh, nice.
Yeah. It's an older knife. I was looking at it. I can't see. There's no like stainless steel stamp, but there is writing on it here that I can't really make out. So I am going to hook up my my little microscope that I got and have a good look at it. I just haven't had a chance to hook up my microscope and have to look at it.
There's some stuff that uses uh, that you can, like, if somebody grinds off the serial numbers on a fire.
Oh yeah, there's acid etching and that you can put on it that'll bring those letters right out. But I don't want to. I don't want to put any of that on the
Well, I was
blade.
gonna say I don't know what that would do to your
Yeah, that
blade.
eats. What that does is that eats away the surrounding metal because when it's stamped, it compacts the metal,
Mm.
and what it does is it eats away the softer metal around it.
Okay. See, I didn't know
I've seen that done in forensic shows and stuff like that because, like you say, when where people grind off serial numbers and stuff off of cars and firearms and they sell them, and that's how they can actually trace the weapons or vehicles back to their owners is by doing this.
but yeah, it's
But it's a process and it's something that you got to do, and I don't really want to put that on. If I can't make it out with my little microscope, I'll just leave it.
right.
Right, I can make out some of the letters on there as it is now. Like it's
What if you took a piece of paper and laid a pencil sideways? Tried to
yeah,
do
I
that.
was thinking about doing that too. But it's one, two, three. There's four words there, and none of it looks like stainless steel or anything like that. And it's not stainless steel because you can see.
I was gonna say that's carbon.
Yeah, it's a carbon based blade. So looks like ECLINGEN. I don't know.
Got me.
That's one of the words that are there now. Whether there's a letter missing on the front of it or the back of it, I don't know, but that's what I can make out just by eye. So once I get this hooked up, I'll be able to zoom in on it, make it really make the sizing look really big, and I should be able to pick out all the letters. Hopefully, that's my plan.
Had a guy contact me after my short, and he's like, he goes, "Can you make me a knife in total that is a foot long?" I was like, "Okay, what are you wanting it for?" Like, because I mean, you can make the blade, any length you want, but like, what is its?
What's the purpose for?
Yeah. And he goes, "Oh, if I'm camping and I have to stick something." And I'm like, "Well, I went to laugh and I said, well, man, if you're camping and you got to use a knife to stick something, you got bigger problems than."
So he's looking for something with a point.
And yeah, I told him, I said, I can draw something up and send it to you. And I mean, I think it'll come out. I'm waiting on handle material. Because he was, I mean, man, it's nuts. He asked about African blackwood. So I looked this stuff up. And, it's not cheap. I mean, if you're looking at handle scales, that stuff's like $40, $50, $60, depending on where you go. And of course, got it ordered, and it won't be here for like 3 weeks.
Of course.
And of course, the knife I just showed you here, that wood comes from Africa, and then my daughter's knife, that wood comes from Australia, and it's like, and that my daughter's knife scales showed up in 2 days. Like I ordered it, there was a day, and then the third day, it was here, and I was like, so I try and do business with that particular company because it's just incredibly fast.
If you're getting good shipping in there from somewhere, it's always good to try and stick with that same company. That's like I just put in an order for some stuff, and it's from a company where I bought something before, and it came considering where I'm to and that it was reasonable on the shipping and it was free shipping. So
Oh, well, there you go.
I said, yeah, I'll order from there again. The only thing is they have for in order to qualify for free shipping is a minimum of a $300 order.
Ooh.
But hey, I needed the stuff, so it's not something that I would have spent at least that much on it anyway. So why not?
Well, yeah. Yeah,
So,
well, a friend of mine, he asked me, he goes, I just bought a little single burner forge, and he goes, well, you could have got a 3 burner. He goes, I'm not making swords, you
yeah.
know, it's, you know, and I just rented off a little, a grill bottle, and it's actually for, I can every night for about, well, for a week at 8 hours at a time, I can run for a week before, and then I can only get 4 hours on the seventh night, and that's not bad. That's not bad at
It's
all.
not
And
bad at all when you're considering if you're running for 8 hours a day.
yeah, and I mean it'll I can bring stuff up to forging temps
Yeah.
or forge welding temps. So I mean it does for. I only paid like $65 for it, but I have to say I'm ecstatic that it functions the way that it does. I
Nice.
really thought, something like this on a small bottle would just be a gas hog, but honestly, it's not. And
Nice. Now I've
like,
seen people use the tiger torches in that and put them inside the bricks.
when I was first
A lot of
looking, when I was first thinking about a forge, I was thinking, take a brush burner and shove it down in there. And I tried it, but I wasn't getting, pretty much, it wasn't getting oxygen input. So
yeah.
it was just, it, it would only bring it up to a very dull red and just leave it at that. I mean, the metal wasn't even reaching non-magnetic by doing
Oh,
that.
and so it wasn't even getting quenching temperature on it.
Yeah, yeah, it was, and I was like, well, crap. Well, and I mean, if you wanted to do like blanket pen stuff like that, I mean, it'd it'd be kind of hard doing it at those temperatures, but I mean, you could do it. I mean, your arm's gonna look like Popeye after the first night, but
Well, I'm going to take over the window here for a minute because I got a package that came in a couple of weeks ago. Actually, this came in, and I have not opened it yet because, um, a I have hardly been on here, and when I am on here, a lot of the times it's sporadic. B, I've been waiting for Rebecca because this is from Rebecca. Thank you so much, Rebecca, and I am going to get at this here now. This is actually says it's to Nikki, and I get the honor of opening it. And Nikki is watching, although she's not here. She is watching, so she will see what's in here. Oh, oh my. This is the washcloths. These are the pot holders that she done for. And this is the dishcloth. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I know she's going to put these to use because she's constantly trying to take mine, which she's not getting. And this is for me. And that's it for that. This is I can't wait to try this one. This is a Slap Your Mama. Hey, Devil Dog. I can't wait to try this one. This is one that I've seen people using all the time, and I have not ever had the chance to get it because we don't have it here. Walker and Sons Cajun Seasoning Original Blend. So I can't wait to try this. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Really, really, really appreciate it. And I'm glad that you were able to be here. I know you couldn't come up on panel, but I am glad you were here so we could open this. And I'll make sure that these go down to Nicole. And then maybe she'll stop trying to take mine. That's fantastic. And I got to find something to I'll probably put this on some steak or something and try it. Mama Jen's shrimp dip. Oh, there's even a recipe on here. Nice.
So Al, are you still planning on like traveling around and hitting different YouTube spots?
Um, if fate allows, yes. Um, that's something I still want to do. Like, there's no doubt about that. I do have planned to go on a cruise in 2025. Hey Tiffany.
Well, where is it at? Right there's your bucksaw.
Oh, came back again, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I swear to God, they just printed off the same paper and stuck it.
Stuck it back on there again. That
And
wouldn't surprise you.
What's weird, that showed up a week ago.
Oh gosh.
First they told me that it pretty much they didn't know what happened to it, and I was sitting outside here talking to a buddy of mine, and UPS pulled in the driveway, and they're like, "We got a package here for you," and I was like, "Okay," and it was the this is the box. The box, was all, pretty much had tape added to it, and I opened it. I knew what it was, but I opened it up. I wanted to make sure like it wasn't damaged or anything like that. And, but yeah, it showed back up, and I was like, well, I was like, that is. And my buddy goes, "Why do you keep trying to send that?" And I said, "Well, because I said I would." I said, "But
Yeah, no, that's crazy to try and keep sending that.
Well, I told him, I said after this time, well, I was hoping like you'd pop up on a live and be like, "Hey, look what I got." And so I was kind of keeping an eye, and I didn't see nothing, and I had kind of just I was like, "Well, that's gone." Showed back up.
Well, I was kind of hoping it was going to show up eventually too, and I was like, well, I'll wait because I know sometimes stuff gets stuck in the mail, stuff gets lost in the mail. At the very least, you got it back. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I mean, the only money that I've got in it really is the blade, because I mean that the frame and stuff is from wood that I had here and everything. So I mean, it would, even if I didn't get it back, I'd probably only be out like maybe $20, but still $20, $20. But
Well, yeah,
that's been at least 6 months, at least, and it just showed up here like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
it's crazy.
But it's just like when I opened it and seen what it was, I just started cracking up laughing, and I was like, I give up. I was like,
yeah, that's the quitting point right there.
Well, I thought about ordering. I thought about just trying to send just the frame, and then through Amazon ordering the blade and just trying to have it shipped to your address. But it
That doesn't work unless you go Amazon.ca.
Well, that's why it was giving me fits. See, I've never tried that, and it was like the address you inputted does not exist, and I'm like, I beg to differ.
Because if
Like a,
you, I had to do that for somebody. I sent somebody something one time before, and I was doing it through Amazon. And I actually went around on all the Amazons for Amazon UK, Amazon Canada, Amazon US, and I made sure that I could get that item on each one of those Amazons, the same item. And of course, it's different prices because of currencies and everything like that.
yeah.
But I ended up, someone in the States won something, and I had to send it to them to into the Amazon. Back. Don't mind me. My internet just wigged out on me for a minute.
Well,
But
see, I was
I
looking at my
was,
signal, and I was
yeah,
like, maybe
no, it's me. It's me. It's not you. It's not you. It's me.
right. That's the first time in my life I've heard that.
But no, I had to go on to the Amazon.com, which bring me to the US site, and I had to make sure it was on the US site. And then when then I was able to find their address and ship it because I couldn't ship it from the Amazon.ca one. Same problem came up. That address does not exist, right? But it's because it's their base is by country, not by just one all-inclusive thing.
Well, see, that was the issue. I was like, well, crap, that's not gonna work. And my buddy, I told my buddy, I said, well, I said he'll be swinging by eventually, and
Well, eventually I will be swinging by a lot of places.
uh,
Um, Jack tried to send me a knife and it got stopped on customs, and they wouldn't send it back to him. It was only a little folding pocket knife. There was nothing special about it.
yeah.
But he ended up having to go on the Amazon.ca, and he's the one who sent me the little blue handle more knife,
Well,
which
see,
I still
I,
use to this day.
I got to thinking about when you get here, that's one thing we can do. I can walk you through the steps, and you can make your own knife.
Now, I did forge a little bit down in my basement, but I had three propane torches set up
Mm, yeah.
and just got it hot enough just to pound the metal. So I
So
have a little bit of an idea on what to do.
so you really went the hard way.
Yeah. But now I did get it glowing red. Like I got it glowing red. But it
We'll
was,
see.
like you say, it was the deep red. It wasn't the bright.
See, the buddy of mine, he showed up at my house and he's like, "Hey, can I?" He goes, "I can't afford to get a forge." He goes, "Can I borrow your torch?" And I said, "Yeah, what for?" And he goes, "Be able to forge stuff with." And I said, "Well, hang on." So I went over and we built a stand that he could, put the torch in. And I said, "You don't want the regular cutting tip." I said, "You want the rosebud tip." And I said, "It's strictly for heating." And I said, "Depending on how high you turn it up, depends on because I mean it'll throw a. I mean, the tip is that big around, and so I mean it throws a good sized flame out there. And he's been messing with that, and he goes, "I can't forge weld with it." And I said, "No." I said,
No, it's
"But you
not going
can
to get you that
forge."
hot.
That's what I told him. I said, "But you can forge with it." I said, "Now if you build you a box and shove that down in there," I said, "you with a combined heat, try it, you know." And he was he either went yesterday or today and was going to get some of the fire brick and some putty and try and use an old grill to uh to make a forge with and have that inserted. And I was like, don't screw my tip up because those aren't.
Yeah, no, they're not cheap to get. Those tips are
Uh-uh.
not.
Well, and I've also heard that I was talking to a guy the other day on a blacksmithing group, and he uses MIG welder tips for his orifices on his forge.
MIG welder?
That's, I mean, I'm a welder by trade, and I'm like,
MIG welder electric gun?
yeah, just regular MIG welder. He goes, yeah. He goes, I take those. He goes, I buy those tips, and he goes, screw them on there. And like he sent me a video of it, and by God, you can't tell the difference in between a store bought, quote unquote store bought forge versus his.
Hmm.
And he goes, I guess he was getting ready to add a see his burners is not just at the top. His is kind of a stop sign shape, kind of octagon, and he's got one coming from the top, and then one from this side, and then one from this side coming in at an angle. And like you can see the flames in there just sit there and swirl around. And he's like, I had to do some playing with it so I could get that swirl.
I bet he did.
Well, yeah, because it's like, you cutting into that. I was like, how did you even test that? Like, you know, I go, did you like cut the holes and then just weld them shut? And uh, but I guess he clamped to like the front and then was watching how the flames came out and then just kind of guesstimated. And he goes, I'll never be able to do it again. He goes, but he goes, I got it right this time. And I said, well, you only need to get it right once.
You'd have to take some precise measurements in that to redo it and make a second one, I would imagine.
Well, I guess the guy has a day job. He's an engineer.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's probably got more of an understanding of that stuff than I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
It's like one of the shirts I got. It says, "I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you."
exactly. Yeah.
that's what that sounds like. Yeah. How much
Well, a friend of mine, he asked me. He goes, "How do you get the bevels on your knives?" Because he uses old files. He goes, "How do you get consistent bevels?" And I said, "I do it by hand." And he goes, "How?" And I said, I don't know. I said, I just do it.
You know how to, you know what you're looking for, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I said, I can't.
You
and my wife said, she goes, I'm gonna make you a shirt that says, I understand what I'm doing, but I can't explain it to you.
Yeah.
And, but I had a guy reach out on that one knife. He goes, well, I got this special order from this guy, and then I had the owners of a gas station call me up from Kansas City, which is not only about 100 miles from us. I guess they recently bought a gas station that is about 50 miles from here, and pretty much they're wanting me to make knives to put in their station. And they were like, what do you charge us? And I said, well, I go, it's all the same metal. I said, I get a good price on it. I said, it really depends on what kind of handle.
Yeah.
And so I told him, I said, I go, just materials. I said, you're looking at $75 a knife. And I said, and that's before I calculate my time in it. And they're like, well, that's too expensive. And I said,
yeah, but that's what you're paying for with a custom knife. You're not gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
bare minimum, just in the materials. And I mean, I'm figuring in my propane too, because I got to pay for that. At $75. That's depending on the handle, that's the pins, that's that's not figuring my time. And,
Yes, that's not figuring a profit. That's cost.
well, yeah, that's me
Right.
not making anything off of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
So like people gotta, and I know because I've looked into some custom knives and some people that sell the custom knives, and I think the cheapest one I found was like $150.
yeah. Now, if I'm
For a small, like a knife about this big with a
yeah,
bushcraft blade on it, not an up swept blade, but just a straight out bushcraft blade, $150. So I was like, no.
well, and the guy that he's the guy that special ordered a knife. He goes, uh, pretty much he's gonna order the handle and just have
Yeah.
it sent to me. And he goes, because I don't, uh, what he's wanting, I don't have any stock of whatsoever.
That's
And
hard though too, because if he's ordering the handle, is he ordering just handle material, or is he ordering a pre-made handle,
no,
or
it's just the material. I've got to shape it, sand it,
okay?
treat it. And he's like, I told he goes, what would you, my first special order kind of thing, because I just, I've done them on and off for a while, but I've never thought about selling any of them.
Yeah.
And he goes, what can you make this for? And I was like, well, if you're ordering the handle, and he goes, would you do $100? I'll make you a knife for $100. I mean, I definitely won't argue with that.
Yeah.
But and he's got a bunch of guys that he works with that is getting into bushcraft and stuff like that. And, hopefully that'll go somewhere. And
Well, if you can get a good blade for bushcraft done and make a few of the same,
yeah,
not they're probably not going to be identical because they're hand forged, obviously, but make a few of the same, you could really bust into a good sales for bushcrafters. Because me personally, I don't spend a big lot on my knives because budget wise.
yeah,
I like to use the cheaper stuff just because it's affordable. But a lot of bushcrafters out there will spend upwards of $300-400 on a knife. One
well,
knife.
there. Well, and what's crazy is there's companies out there. Uh, I know what they're using for their knives,
Hey Johnny.
and it is like they're marking their knives up 300-400%
Yep.
above cost. And I mean it's insane. And I mean these are big names that I'm sure you've heard of. I mean, I'm not going to throw names out there, but they they're predominantly in the bushcraft and survival world.
Yep.
And it's just, it's nuts. And they're using oak handles.
Yep.
And I had a guy that was like, he commented on my on the knife that I made for my daughter, and he goes, oh, you probably wouldn't be able to get $80 out of it. I wouldn't take $80 for it because I'd only be making $10 for 60
Yeah.
hours of my
For your
time.
time and that's put into it, that's not feasible. But it's like I'm looking at doing something too that I might be able to turn around and make profit on, sell a little bit here and there. Um, but same thing. I can't turn around and sell them for like pennies on the dollar, literally, because you don't make nothing. It's not worth your time to do it.
Well, yeah, and and I have been to shows, been to bushcraft gatherings and stuff like that, and I've seen the knives people make. And with my knives, you can take a set of calipers and put down that edge, and that caliper will not change.
Yep.
But you take, and I mean, I'm not knocking anybody's knives. That's not my point, and that's not what I'm trying to do. Uh, but they're selling them for easy. They're selling them for $100 a pop
Yep.
with oak and walnut handles. I mean, my yard is full of oak and walnut. I put handles on them that you're not you're not going to get on Amazon and buy a knife like that.
Yeah.
Because I want them to stand out. I want them to, you know.
But that's the
And
thing. I mean, like you take pride in what you're doing, and you want it to be noticed.
well,
You don't want the standard out there. I mean, like this one here that I got, I'm thinking it's oak, maybe on the handle. but it's small. Like it's for my hand. That is a tiny, tiny handle,
Yeah.
right? Like it literally the skin bunches up in my hand when I'm holding it. Now I didn't buy it because I wanted to use it all the time. I bought it because it's an older looking knife. It's a carbon blade on it, and I think I'll be able to do some stuff with it when I get out. But it's more for my collection than it is for my using.
Well, and everybody like uh, this particular design wouldn't ever be up for sale, but I call that the coyote. That was the one that I made for me.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Well, what's with the palm swell on it?" And I was like, "I like big butts." You know, there's no reason for that palm swell to be on there. I was bored, and I was like, I'm just
Try
gonna make
it.
something that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
And this knife is a mixture of different, different things, taken from different knives, and put into one. And but no, it's funny. People want uh, well, and come to find out how that gas station knew about me. It wasn't because they see me on YouTube. It was because a friend of mine uh, recently started managing their store, and he's like, "Oh, I got a buddy that makes knives. He can make them, for." Johnny, I agree with that. Like honestly, and well, he told this gas station that I could make them for under $50, and I'm like, no,
Mm-mm.
I it if you want some cheap Chinese steel, maybe. All mine's 1095 high carbon steel, bought here in the bought here in the U.S. And but I was like, I'm well, and then he pulled the. What really makes me mad is he pulled the friend card. He says, "Oh, well, we're friends. You should help me out." And I
No.
was like, well, I told him, I said, well, that's what I told him. I go, yeah, we're friends. And but he wanted me to make them and then bring them up and then put them in a case and then me come collect my money when they sell. And I said, no. I said, I'm not doing that. I said, if these owners want
Mm-mm.
these knives, I said
They're
they
not
can
having
put
to buy 'em.
yeah. I said they pay for them. I said, you know, I figured it up. They wanted uh they wanted 10 of the Graces and then 10 of the Defender that I make. And and they said we want uh, 5 with bloodwood handles, 5 with curly maple, different handles. So I shot them sections as okay. Here's what these knives with the bloodwood's going to cost. Here's what these knives with the curly maple's going to cost. And I told him, I said, if you want, I said you can pay. We'll do half now and then half upon delivery. And because that way, if they pay half and I have half and I have half of them made, then if they decide to back out or something, I've got
You're
stock.
paid for what you got. Yeah.
I'm just trying to protect myself,
Yep.
and because I honestly, if somebody, I mean, I just have I'm down to my last three billets, and if somebody was wanting, you know, 5 knives, they have to pay for it up front because I don't have a stock, you know, and I don't know. Sometimes it's like, is it is it worth doing? I mean, I enjoy doing it. I really do. But it's people want to have it now and then pay later. That when
Yeah.
I go
No,
to
that
the
doesn't
gas,
work.
when
That
I go to
doesn't
the
work.
gas station, yeah, when I go to the gas station, I got to prepay for my gas.
Yeah.
You know, uh,
You don't get it now and then drive away and come back a week later and pay for your gas. No.
yeah, and it's but the whole, him essentially pulling the friend card kind of, that was pretty dirty. That's just all I can say about it.
Well, see, this is where if I was going to get into something like that, I would, especially with something like these things that I'm looking at, are probably going to be $10, $15 little things, maybe 20, $30 maximum.
Yeah.
So it's not something that I need to worry about if I put it somewhere collecting my money from because I'm only going to be putting in places where I can physically walk to and say, okay, how many do you got? There's this much gone. You owe me this much.
Yeah.
Um, but if I was doing something like knives and stuff like that, I wouldn't get into it at all
Mhm.
for marketing. Hey, Expeditionary Johnny. Johnny is probably gym time Johnny right now. Uh, he might actually be out of the gym now because it's almost an hour later. But yeah, I would do that more for just for myself,
Yeah.
right? It's something that I wouldn't get into as business wise.
Yeah. And like if like you said, having something where it's okay. Yeah, I dropped 10 of them off, 6 of them were gone. Y'all owe me this much. If it was
Yeah,
like blank pens, you
yeah.
know, something like that. Uh, I mean, yeah, that takes time to make, but I don't have near as much invested per blanket. If somebody steals one, it's
It's
that's really
it's
no big
something you worry about, but it's not as big a deal as if hey, you got $150, $200, $500 knife out there that's missing,
yeah. Well, and
right?
that's that's what I told him. I said I'm not going to drop knife. I said I'm not going to deliver knives and then come back a week later. Well, there's 10 of them missing, but you only sold 6. I
Yeah.
go I go at that rate. I said the the business owes me for those those 4 that are
Oh,
missing
nice. Yep.
because by rights those should be in a locked case until somebody wants to see one. You take it out, you hand it to them, you make sure you get it back.
Yep.
And but I just told him, I said, if uh he called me and he's like, well, that's how they're wanting to do it. And I was like, then no. And I said actually, I said you need to have them call me. I said because you know he's just managing the place. He doesn't get to talk prices with people, stuff like that. I was like, I need to talk to them.
Yeah, you need to speak to the owners on that stuff.
Yeah.
Managers are one thing, but owners are the best ones to go to for stuff like that. Like one of the places I'm looking at is the owners. I've been talking to the owner, not a
Yeah.
manager, not an employee. I'm talking directly to an owner about putting my stuff in their store.
Well, and when I initially sent him the prices on everything, it's a husband and wife. I sat down with them and we did a Zoom meeting kind of thing. Because honestly, I didn't want to drive to Kansas City. They were wanting me to drive up, and I'm like, with the baby and everything, I don't have that kind of time. I mean, I take care of him and Homestead during the day, and then at night I'm down there working on knives. I get about 2-3 hours of sleep a day. uh, but it's not. It's well, with insomnia, I get about that much sleep anyway.
Yeah,
But I found if I'm down there working on knives and I come in and take a shower because I got black crap all over me, sawdust. Take a shower, I can lay down and within 5-10 minutes I'm asleep. So
yeah,
it's actually kind of helping. Uh, you know they were perfectly fine with doing the half and then half upon delivery. And I told him I said I go, you're looking at uh, I go a month before you technically have everything that you've ordered. I said I can come up each week and deliver X amount. I said because I've got no. I don't have a stock setback. I go so I can't just go bam, here you go. And they were like, hey, that's perfectly fine. And they go, and when we sell those, everything was good. And I think that friend of mine, well, I'm gonna use that loosely. I think that friend of mine kind of screwed me.
yeah.
I don't know, or uh, they're supposed to call me back this Friday to kind of work out some more details and stuff. I guess they found a different handle material that they're wanting me to use, or at least want to know what I think about it and everything like that. So we're going to sit down and talk. I'm going to get brass tacks from them, see what's what, and let them know that if it's something about these knives, do contact me directly. Do not go through the manager.
Yeah.
Because he initially told them that I could do them for $50 a knife, and that I'd be making money. No, at that rate, I mean, I would have to sell probably 100 of them, and I'd literally be using my own knives to cut my own throat. But I think it could be because if I could get in a
Johnny here has really good business sense, right? Like Johnny knows.
Okay, what does it say? They should agree to buy your inventory until returned to you or sold, lost is not acceptable.
Yeah. So what he's saying is they should be buying your entire inventory off of you, and if they don't sell it and they return 3 knives to you, then they take off whatever the 3 knives are worth off of what they're giving you.
Yeah.
Or you return for those 3 knives.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know, I think this would go a lot smoother if the manager, you know what I mean, wasn't putting in his 2 cents. And
Yeah.
then I actually have a store down in Springfield. It's a small outdoors. They got like in the inflatable pads, the foam pads. They recently were buying from a company, and then I guess that company went under. And I happened to be in there because I'd never seen this store. I happened to just stop in there, and the guy asked me about the knife I carry on my hip. He goes, "Well, who makes that?" And I was like, "I do." And he goes, "Really?" And my daughter runs out to the car and gets the knife I made her. And the guy goes, "What do you want? How much do you want for this?" And my daughter goes, "That's not for sale."
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah. See, Johnny, yeah, that's just because they lose something, it doesn't, I don't think it should, pretty much if I drop it off, they're responsible for it.
Yeah.
But the guy asked my daughter, goes, well, he asked me, he goes, "What do you take for this one?" And my daughter goes, "That's not for sale." She goes, "That's mine. That's not for sale." And, she's looking to me as, she's looking at me like, tell him it's not for sale. And I told him, I said, "It's not for sale." I said, "But I can make more of them." And he is talking about straight up, hey, he goes, "You don't have to make any particular thing." He goes, "If you've got ones that you already make," he goes, "I want some of those." But he's talking about just buying everything and having it sent to me, and then pretty much paying me double whatever the materials cost. And he goes, "Would that be?"
Yeah, that will be your profit out of it.
Well, and I told him, I go, "Man, that's more than fair. It's more than fair to me." And so hopefully something will come out of that. And, but who knows? Oh, but I actually, yep, I got to jump. Little man just woke up.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for coming up. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, Johnny, I actually need to drive. Johnny, I should drive up and take some examples of what I got, sit down in front of them, do a whole, okay, you want this amount of knives, and actually write something up and just be dead serious about it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I've already got several reasons for them. But yep, I got to hop off here. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk your ear off, Al. I just
No, it's all good. Hey, I like nods. I like
got it.
forging. It's all
Well,
good.
well, and when you come up, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit down. You're gonna design your knife, and then we'll make one in tan. Like I'll be working on one, you'll be working on one. When you walk away, you'll have
Nice.
just settle on what thickness you want, so that way I can be prepared. But alrighty, man, I will talk at you later.
All right, have a good one. Take care of yourself. Be safe.
Oh yeah, yep. Bye.
That was Turning Point Survival. Guys, if you don't know his channel, go and check him out. One of my mods could drop his link, or if you have an option there, just type backstep in the chat if you're still around, and that will drop your link so everybody can connect to you. And we've got DJ.
Hey Al,
Toon Master, how are you?
good, how are you?
Good, I'm hanging in there. I actually was able to make it to my own live on my own time.
Yeah, I'm, I'm assuming that job is still going on. Did the any chance of it slow it down at all?
Well, it seems to be teetering off there now for a little bit. So my friend is seems to have everything under control at the moment. So hence that I'm here at my own time
Yeah,
today.
I got ya.
Um, there's still the random call here and there. The other night I had planned to go live, and I ended up having to get up super early in the morning and go, so I had to cancel my live.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did it get live yesterday. Oh, we might have a few walls.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, I
I
mean, you,
wasn't yesterday. I was supposed to be live. It was, I think it was Friday night or something. I was planning on going live. It was one evening I was going to go live later in the night, and then
yeah, well, I mean, you know why I would talk to you if you would live
no,
yesterday.
yesterday I missed Toon Review again.
Uh-huh.
I missed
Yeah,
all the turtles. How far along are you in it now?
okay, so season one was, I mean, 5 episodes officially. So we did have to dive into season two to get to the full 14. So right now we're on season, not season. We're both on, we'll go into episode 8 next week. So
Mm,
yeah, yeah.
man.
But yeah, I mean that, and I will tell you more about this offline, but it's just me, Eddie, and Nick Street right now. Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
so back to the originals.
yeah,
Yeah, minus me.
yep, mine's the close, but
I haven't been anywhere.
yeah,
I scattered live here and there. I made it into Eddie's room there the other night on Saturday when he was on and he was doing the tech talk.
yeah,
Hey Coastal, there was a bunch of people came in. LW, Coastal, Johnny, Linda's in here. Um,
yeah,
Johnny
no,
Swamp Pepper, Expeditionary Johnny. Peter's been here. Hedgehog Homestead.
no, I I know you probably wouldn't
So
care about this, but for game night, we had to go back to basics because we got a new Mumble player with us. So,
oh, nice. Well, new
yeah,
are always good, even if you do have to go back and redo stuff.
yeah, and it's Devil Dog Gold Child play with us. Uh, yeah, yeah,
So
that,
she's starting right from level 1.
yeah, we already got all to level 26
Oh,
because
yeah, yeah. Gotta make sure
we,
she's past my level.
yeah, she is because I believe you're 24, 25.
Yeah, I don't remember what level I am now. It's been that long since I logged in.
Yeah,
I have to
so,
run the game over again.
yeah, so I'm gonna say definitely when you come, when and if you come back, you will have to go through a lot to relearn the game. Uh, oh, hey, Linda, by the way, I did give Jamie your address and I have your envelope ready to go because I
Hope it don't
know
take as long as mine, Linda.
and
Tell her how to mail stuff.
I sent it out, so
I know.
but yeah, I mean you did miss me doing a giveaway last night, so
Oh, no way. You had a giveaway and everything?
yeah, because okay, just for fun, Jamie made me a new magnet.
I saw that. I saw that before you did.
Yeah, so I got sent some games I gave free away last night. So
Nice.
yeah, you totally missed out on that.
I would like to have one of those too. But you'd have to
Yeah,
address it to Nicole.
yeah,
She gets stuff I don't.
yeah. Yeah, you're welcome with no problem. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely good. Now, I'm saying this to be hopeful, but I really hope that you're able to return for a 50-second episode of Can Review because at that point we will be celebrating 1 year of doing the show. So yeah. Um, hey, equals circle guns here.
Eagles Trekker is another one of my members. There's been a couple of them coming in and out here as the
Yeah.
day has been progressing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's nice to see you guys popping in. What was that? I saw my name highlighted in the comments there. Hang on now. Oh, my chubby hubby.
Yeah.
have been well. Yes, I have been well. That's another person that popped in there too. I know I may have missed some of you guys coming in.
Yeah,
Me and Mike were having a conversation about the knives and that, and kind of get carried away when I'm talking about Kent knives and stuff like that. So.
yeah. But guys, he gets carried away with everything. Okay.
Not everything. You don't
Hmm.
get carried away with fidget spinners.
No. Uh, hmm,
But when it comes to knives and that, yeah, I kind of get a little carried away when I start talking about them.
yeah. So, hmm,
Hmm. But it's it can't even barely see across the harbor again now. That's the fog has been coming in and out all day long.
hmm, yeah.
But I'm
Hmm,
really hoping to start to get back to normal. I was honestly, if it had been a really nice day out, I probably wouldn't have been here for this live. I probably would have just did a quick live from down in the woods with just me on panel on YouTube
uh,
because
yeah.
I was planning on going for pretty much the entire day just to get out.
Yeah. I did that.
I hadn't been out, and the couple of times I did get out, I was it was just a little short little trek.
Hmm, yeah.
Um,
Now, I will say this because you have been missed a lot on my channel alone, but I have a new anime based live stream on Sundays. So
uh,
yeah, yeah, I've been talk my the the main topic is to introduce anime to my audience. So, and I know you have a basic understanding of anime.
yeah.
So
Did you
yeah,
start with Robotech?
I'm not reviewing anime yet,
You got.
but
Hang on a second, DJ. I'll still be able to hear you. Keep talking.
that might actually be my second anime review I do because my first anime review is gonna be of my favorite anime, which is Sword Art Online. Yes, yes.
That's the game.
Uh, yeah, guys, I really love Robocat.
You can actually change the plane from a plane to the half plane to the full robot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I'm. I would say if I want to do Robotech, I would definitely want to have you on there, but I know that probably not gonna happen. So, yeah. Plus, I'm working out some things on the way I do my live streams now because I'm getting away from the whole stream y'all thing. So,
Yeah. So what are you using now? It's because it's not StreamYard.
okay, so to actually stream, I'm using OBS. and to try to have a channel on YouTube, Video Ninja. The which Video Ninja is good because I could have up to, I believe, 40 people on there at one time.
That's a
So
bit much, though.
it is.
Can you imagine 30 people trying to get a word in?
Well, yeah. Um, hold on. I need to look at some look.
Yeah. I think I'll stick with StreamYard. And I don't mind paying my $15 a month for my StreamYard.
No,
$10 here is enough for me.
yeah.
And I'm just used to it now, so I'm just going to keep it. That's all. That's what it really amounts to. I don't like to change my programs once I get into them.
Yeah, I got it. Now, the reason I'm going to OBS is that's actually what I began streaming with. So,
So you're going back to something that you're used to.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I mean, it's not like I began with Serial. I began with OBS. And I used to use Zoom a lot for it. So, yeah, I, okay, that was Captain Ava and Waddle Spot. Okay, I'm on that one. Cool. But, yeah, I will definitely say I'm definitely trying to get away from StreamYard because I just need to cut down on what I pay for. And OBS is free forever. So, yeah.
No, that's one thing I was talking about there, Camping Cage Free, is that I have not been able to get out in quite a while. So if today had been good when I got up, I would have been gone today. But it was literally, it would be like, it'd be like walking through grass, tall grass, after heavy rain, all the way down to where I would be going. That's how wet everything was when I got up this morning.
Yeah.
Like it's no good going. I'm not going to be very comfortable at all.
No,
Even though it's nice out, it's not the best stuff for walking around in.
yeah.
But
No, no, I will tell Al there is one thing I am having trouble with OBS and VNN.
hey, Chef.
Yeah, that's not gonna wash off.
No, he needs a cat to lick that one off, Chef.
Huh.
Mr. Drunken Chef is in the house. That is another one of my members. Thank you so much, Chef,
Yeah,
for
thanks for
sticking around.
in.
I really appreciate you stopping in and hanging out for a little while.
Yeah.
I am on trying to get back to my regular times. As you can see, this was my regular time for today, so it worked out pretty good.
Yeah. Now, I will ask, Did you rearrange your room at all?
I changed rooms.
Okay.
So this wooden wall that you see behind me here now is actually the other side of the wooden wall that was behind me.
Okay.
So I changed to the bigger room because I was so crammed together in that little room with all of my stuff. It wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
But the bedroom fits in the smaller room fine.
Yeah.
So I took the bedroom room and I just swapped them. So once I get everything done, I'll be doing up a video to show how I've set everything up in here versus from what you could see of the way it was set up before. And
Alright.
it's
Cool.
just there's more space in here for me to have the stuff that I want, and there's more space in here to arrange things in a more comfortable way.
Yeah.
Where I can sit back and be more comfortable. I've also, if you notice behind me, I changed a bit of the wall, like all of the stuff that I used to have up on the wall, like my own personal stuff, my
Yeah.
shovel, that stuff I took down.
Mm-hmm.
The only things that's going up here now is stuff. The only exceptions is this
Yeah.
and my coffee mug, but
Yeah.
everything else is stuff that was sent to me by people. Um, and of course, my stuffed animals are behind me. They've become a part of the wall that's going to stay there.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
But
That's
everything that's pinned on the wall is the stuff that people has sent me. And then my
it.
stickers, all of my stickers are here, so they're kind of in shot.
Yeah.
And this front here on this side is starting to become part of my sticker wall too.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I just thought I would ask because when I came into the YouTube site, I was like, did he rearrange or is it totally different room? Because, I'm, even though it's been a long time since you've been live, I do remember what the room looked like.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it is. It like I said, it is a different room. It is a different room. Hmm? No, no. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, it is a different room. I know. I can give you a little sneak peek here now, DJ, if you want.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do myself solo layout, so you guys can you'll get the first look. It is still a mess, but it is a work in progress. So bear that in mind. But I've got a big window there. I've got my
Yeah.
desk over there with the shelf that used to be behind me. I have up there,
Nice.
and I've got my coffee table with my entertainment unit getting all set back up again with all of my games and stuff.
Cool.
My knives and that are up on the wall over here. I've got my cabinet done up for all of my bottles of liquors and rums.
Uh-huh.
I've got a computer desk over there that's closed up. My big desktop computer's in there.
Nice.
I'll show all of that, and of course, I got my table here where I'm going to have my chess set, and the
Yeah.
wall behind me. So that's
Cool.
that's a basic all around.
Yeah.
But once I get fully set up, I will do a full like here is everything, and I'll talk a little bit more about what I got set up, where, and why.
Yeah, I got it nice.
But that's just
Uh,
a little sneak peek. It's a much bigger room. It's nice to have all of my games in that back because when I started, all of this. I had packed them all in boxes and put them away, and I wasn't able to look at them or play them or anything. So now I got them
Yeah,
all.
I mean, guys, you might not know what you might, but besides, both crafting and being out in the woods, out is a gamer. So yeah,
I was very hardcore gamer for a lot of years.
yeah. So, and I will say this. No, there are no bushcrafted games that I know of.
There is. There's the hunting games, Deer Hunter, and there's
Yeah,
that. And then Ark Survival, you actually have to craft all your stuff and build whatever you want, from shelters to all the way up to houses.
well,
Crafting.
I did say that I
Yeah,
know of.
you did say that you know. They're not games that you would probably play.
Yeah,
There is a few Deer Hunter games. There's some fishing games. Um, but my gaming doesn't revolve around bushcrafting, other than maybe Ark Survival.
yeah, yeah,
My gaming revolves around like Robotech and Call of Duty. Uh,
yeah.
you know,
Oh, those
Elder Scrolls
cool.
and Ace Combat, stuff like that. Star Wars Battlefield.
Yeah,
Um, games.
yeah. I mean, well, you know, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're into a lot of combat based games. Would
Yeah,
that be correct?
that'd be fair to say. Looking at my game collection,
Yeah,
I would say in one form or another, 99 or 95% of my games are combat based.
yeah, hmm,
Probably more.
yeah. No, I could.
There's a few driving ones. Um, even the fighter planes are. Oh, just give me a second there. Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Even the like, I got the flight simulator game. Oh, it's really cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
Told you it was hot.
Thanks. Um, like the flight simulator games are combat, they're flight stuff like that. But
yeah,
I'm not seeing I'm not seeing much that's not combat based.
yeah. No, I could. Oh, well,
ATV Off Road Fury is there. That's
yeah,
not combat based.
yeah.
Unless you count the part where you're running people off of the road.
Um, no, I would just have that. You be a reckless driver. uh,
Oh, thanks, DJ.
hey, it's true. You did that.
I know, but you don't have to tell everybody.
But yeah, guys. I mean,
Hi, Des. Hang on now. Des is down the basement. Let me bring her
yeah.
up.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Des.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm getting things prepared for this weekend. I get to meet Lisa and Jesse, Danny, Gary, and Dale, FR Humphrey.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I
Very
rented a car.
Jess and
So-
Lee. I'll get to meet a lot of them when I goes on the cruise, but that's not for another 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally another 2 years. But, you know, it is what it is.
Well, I know you in like 11 months.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
Linda.
because that's
It's
in,
September. It's the end of August the trip is, yeah.
yeah, sure. That's what I thought in August begins September, so yeah.
Yeah, it's end of August, so it's like
Just to give you a heads up, I had you running the whole time in the background. I was over at Ryan's, and then I went out for a smoke and came here.
nice. Thank you. Thanks for
You're
stopping
welcome. Oh,
Huh.
you're quite welcome.
in. Support as always. And I can't wait to try some of this slap your mama.
Yeah.
So it was just that and the pot holders and the washcloth that's it in the box?
That's all that was in there, yeah.
That was a big box for just those 3 items.
No, I was looking at it, I was
4
like,
items.
little box. I guess that's the only size box that you can get at that.
Hey, Trekker.
But it's good. I'll reuse that though, right? I'll put
Yeah.
that box up and probably.
Yeah, I told Nikki I have not received your box yet. So
Seriously?
yeah. Hey, Linda. I did for you.
Well, it goes
Went and check on that.
it goes to show out it's not just my stuff that gets lost in the mail.
I know. Trust me, I know.
And of course, you can't track it. You can't track it on your side. So
I can check to see if it's gone out of Canada, but I can't once it hits past Canada. There's no more tracking on it whatsoever. So
it stinks that we can't look it up, with the tracking number ourselves at our end. Okay, Rebecca. Excuse me. I had to take some Tylenol. I spiked a little fever from my leg infection.
oh no.
Yeah, I'm on. The Kefluxin wasn't working anymore. Neither was the amoxicillin, so they put me on Bactrim. But yeah, I'm a little warm, so I took some Tylenol to try to break the fever.
Yeah.
It's not contagious. That's a good thing. It's just my stupid leg.
Tylenol is probably the best thing for the fever because I was thinking
Yeah.
ibuprofen, but ibuprofen is not. Tylenol is
No,
better.
no, the ibuprofen is more for my muscles and my knees and my thigh, and my lower back and shoulders from all the aches and pains. But
Yeah.
I've been taking 8-hour arthritis pain relief, which also it's got everything that Tylenol has, but a little bit stronger. So I've been taking 2 of these, 650 milligram, so it's 1,300 milligrams out of whack.
I take the Tylenol muscle relaxers.
I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, it's body. What is it? Back and muscle relaxer. It's looks something like Robaxis, but it's in Tylenol form.
I will put the oil back at
See,
Bye,
DJ,
DJ.
thanks for coming in.
Did he tell you what he did to me?
No, that's probably why you ran away.
It wasn't anything major, but I won one of his new magnets that says "whatever" and "I'm hilarious." And so, well, Linda won it and she gifted it to me with the sticker, and then I wanted the second because he did 3 rounds. I
Yeah.
won the second round. I gifted it back to Linda. So I said, DJ, you better send me that with a note, right? So
Yeah.
it's got his heading, and it's got sincerely Dominic on the bottom, but then in the middle it says, "Here's your note." No, here's a note with a musical note.
Oh boy. All right, chef, no problem. I'll be on
Okay,
for
chef.
about another half an hour, and then I'll be.
Is
then I'll-
Johnny still?
What's that?
I heard you say Johnny's name. Is he still around?
He may be listening in.
Johnny, if you're listening, where's my sticker, dagnabbit? I've been wanting a sticker now for about a year. Still no
Johnny,
sticker.
Expeditionary Johnny or Johnny Small Pepper?
Expeditionary.
Okay, because I got Expeditionary Johnny's, but I don't have Johnny Small Pepper.
I don't have either, but I don't have Johnny's, and I've sent him mine. I want his to add to my sticker book. My sticker book.
Yeah.
Linda. Haha, giggle.
Did you see when I showed the little look around the room?
No, I missed it.
Oh darn, you're gonna have to rewind and watch because I'm not doing
How
it again.
far? How far back did you go?
Hey, don't. Oh, I took the computer and I did a full 360 look at the room.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna.
I don't know how far back it was. It was.
I've got you. I've got you on YouTube too.
Hey, I'll turn on the ceiling fan.
It was after Turning Point Survival, though, right?
Yes, yeah. DJ was up. It was just me and DJ up on it.
Okay.
Wasn't that long? It wasn't that far back.
I'm going up to where. Okay, there's DJ.
I moved into the bigger room and.
I heard that.
mm,
Because I said, oh, you rearranged at the same time you said I moved to a bigger room. And I said, oh, good. I think that was the last comment I made.
So
little
it's not just a rearranging. It was I did a complete move and change on the room so I could set some stuff up a little different.
So what did the little room become?
The little room became the bedroom, and the bedroom, which was this room, is now my
Den. Man
Den.
cave. Yep.
back step.
I want one.
And once I get it all done, then I'm gonna take my camera and I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna make a video of like all of the stuff and give a bit of a better description on stuff. I still gotta change in my bright light back in this room because I put that in the other room, the really bright light, because it's better for obviously it's better for video and stuff like that. And it's better. It'll be better in here anyway for some of the little projects that I want to do. A couple of little things I make.
Okay, I found it.
Found it?
Yeah.
So it shows a full. It starts and I goes right around the entire room and then all the way back. So you'll get a little look, but don't mind the mess.
You're still getting it organized.
Mm-hmm.
You get a nice little desk with shelves for your tchotchkes.
That shelf was the one that was behind me on the wall. Well, I took it and put it up.
You had all this stuff in that room? Holy moly, no wonder you moved it.
And some, because I'm after throwing out a full garbage bag of stuff.
Wow.
And I don't have everything in here yet. Because I have my 2 big backpacks. And all of my firearms are still in the other room because that's going to be a task in itself because they're bolted to the wall. But as you can see, do you like my coffee table ornament?
I didn't get there yet. Coffee table ornament.
Just after it shows the desk, I kind of shows my
okay, hold on. I got to go back. All right, hold on.
I don't know how well it's coming out on that, but when I do my complete video, I'll go over.
I can't tell what's on there.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Oh no! Is it a pew pew rifle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was either that or a samurai sword because I saw the little stand, the kickstand. So it threw me for a second.
That's the bipod on it. But what I was looking at was, you go in people's houses and stuff like that, and they got the coffee table with a nice vase of flowers or some little ornamental thing on it, and this is my man cave, so I have my firearm.
You should see mine. Mine's got bags from Dollar Tree. It's got some sweaters. It's got a Temu haul that I've not done yet. That I've had for about a month now. And I have it up against my entertainment center. I'm hoping that while I'm gone, my son will take everything down and dust over here. So when I come back, I can bring out my 7 totes of fall.
Well, this
And
is the
so
thing I gotta do too. I gotta look for a good duster because that's something that, with having so much stuff, dust collects so fast.
it's also being by a main road or like a road that's active. You'll
Yeah,
get a lot of the dust from the cars because I used to live next to a major highway. I mean, major highway, and I couldn't open up the front of the house at all, and I still had dirt and dust coming up from the exhaust and from the highway. And then if it's salting going on and sanding rather, you have all the sand coming too, so you got all that going on. Hey,
yeah.
hedgehog.
Hedgehog's Homestead. That's someone that was in for a little while earlier. I seen. I'm. If I missed anybody coming in, speak up and let me know. I tried to go back and get everybody. Um, but yeah,
That's I believe that's Laura. Laura, is that you? Am I wrong?
yeah, no, that's Laura.
Okay. I haven't
Um,
seen Laura in a while, but I've been trying to pay attention to her videos too.
I'm actually just this morning I got to watch a few videos because where I never went out. So I watched some of Gary's and some of Eddie's and Ashley's and
Okay, Laura. Yeah.
there's a few I was looking at this morning. Um, but I buy every now and again if I see like a bottle of rum or spirits or something
Mhm.
that I'll pick
Mhm.
it off my cabinet. Like I had to change. I got a glass cabinet now with two doors on it, and it's almost full from top to bottom, like front to
Wow.
not all the way front to back, but front is it's almost full from top to bottom with all different bottles of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh, by
just
the way, I did not get monetized a second time. I only
no,
have one more shot, and if I don't get monetized, then I won't get monetized ever. And
what
I can't do it until December.
why they must have changed some of the policies or something, did they?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Weird.
wrote them. I said, "Hey, what you're saying is very vague. What exactly is going on? Why can I not be monetized? I've got over 4,200 watch hours, over 1,000. I think it's 1,100 subscribers. What's going on? Why can I not be subscribed? There's no pew pews. There's no religion. There's no politics. There's no, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's probably because it's boring and my videos are short. Like my regular videos are short,
that doesn't
maybe.
make a difference. It doesn't make a difference whatsoever.
Because they say that too. They say that it could be because you're a boring channel. You don't lack enough activity on your channels, on your videos. Only my lives, but not my videos. So who knows?
I don't know. I still think you could get monetized. There's lots of channels out there that don't do nothing, only copy other channels.
Yeah, I know, but who knows with YouTube?
Yeah,
So
it's YouTube.
I just wish they gave you the option of, okay, you don't want to be monetized, but you want to keep your watch hours. Yes, you know what I mean. That's all I want is my watch hours. You can keep the money. I don't want the money. Thanks, Linda. I don't want the money. Keep that. Throw in the commercials and keep the revenue. Just let me have my watch hours and don't take them away. So
Apparently they're watching the wrong channel though, because we always find a way to make it interesting.
I tried to. I did a live and did 3 flower arrangements on a live while I was sitting here talking to people. I got all my floral down and what I bought recently and some vases and stuff and did 3 floral. Did you see one of them, Al?
I don't think I did actually.
Here's one of them right here.
Special guest coming up now,
Hey,
huh? Hi.
I haven't seen anybody for a while. How's everybody doing?
Here we go.
Doing
Oh,
pretty
pretty.
good. Oh, nice. Very nice. See, now what's wrong with
So
doing stuff like that? There's nothing wrong with doing that on the live.
I did that on the live, just sitting here. I put a table next to me and took down all my containers of floral, and I did 3 of them. That's the only one that's like that. The rest of them are like in little crocks and stuff.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with doing stuff like that for content.
No?
No, but I mean, you know, I don't know. Can't figure it out. Can't figure out why I got denied a second time. So now I have to wait 90 days. So in all, 120 days total.
I think sometimes what I've heard is that they do it by who came on at what time. You know what I mean? Like, so if there's other people that have the same thing before you, they have all kinds of excuses for stuff. And so, they'll say, and it doesn't matter what they say because
No, they make their own decisions and
Yeah.
they
Yeah, I
don't.
mean, I go on at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night Eastern time, and I'm on till like anywhere from 10 to 12, depending on my mood,
Yeah.
or if it gets slow, I'm getting ready to end it, and all of a sudden like 10 people come in, and I'm like, okay, there goes me getting off right now.
Right.
So
That happens to me a lot. Just as I'm getting ready to shut down, there's like a whole bunch of people comes in. I'm like, what?
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah,
Where were you 2 hours ago?
they're
I
at
haven't done
another
a live
live.
forever, so I need to get back doing that. I've just been too
Whether
busy.
yeah, well, you're building
Mm-hmm.
and doing land and
Mm-hmm.
gardening and all that stuff. Yeah, I'd be busy too.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you
If I
been
was
over,
able bodied.
have you been over on Courtney's
Mm-mm.
at all? No? Yeah, I haven't been on Courtney's in a while either, so I was wondering how everything was going over there. Because I've been out of the scene myself, so
Nope, I haven't been there at all.
yeah, thanks for coming in.
Which is shocked because you were always there.
No, that's why I asked, because that's one of the
Yeah.
places that you see all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you think I'd be there, but no. I, I've been on some of Fish's stuff, but I just haven't had a whole lot of time, and because animals like to be fed first thing in the morning.
Well,
Like,
also winter's coming around too, so
yeah.
you want to prepare and have everything buttoned down and in its
Mm-hmm.
place and ready because at wintertime there's a lot of stuff you can't do. So that
Right.
gives you a little bit of extra time, but still you're
We're
preparing for
saving.
the spring
We still have stuff to do on our house here, and we're saving that for winter because we're just trying to get everything done on the outside. And
outside. Yeah,
we're planting pasture grass pretty soon here for more animals. We have
that's cool.
25 chickens so far, and we just butchered a bunch of Cornish cross chickens, and
Meat birds.
yeah. So we have a couple turkeys left to butcher, but they need to be the right size. So
Wow.
yeah.
Hey, I fully understand how things can come up that keep you busy enough that you're not on here.
Yeah. Well, when you
I
have
think. Go ahead.
this much land, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
So
I think if I had enough of a yard, it would be tomatoes, acorn squash, butternut squash, sweet
Mhm.
potatoes, and carrots. Those are like my favorite veggies, and I always like roasting them. So,
yeah.
You need a harness with a selfie stick that holds it out and videotapes you everywhere you goes to and stuff.
Just have a drone follow me around.
There you go.
right? Or
Yeah.
just have a friend sit there and teach them how to use the drone. They
Mhm.
can be under the shade and
Oh, you can get a drone now, and you click it to follow, and it will follow you wherever you go.
Mhm.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
But
Let's
our
then
see.
drone
that's
can do that. I'm not sure,
Hmm?
but I
that's
don't
money.
operate it. So yeah, I need to get a fence around my garden because rabbits are eating. Tried to start sweet potatoes, which do really well here, and as soon as they start taking off, the rabbits get them here, out
Sets
here.
and slips and catch all the rabbits. Rabbits are
Yeah,
good eating too.
and then I put some blood meal down because it scares them off, and it works really really well. I recommend it, but if you have like huge rainstorms like we do here, it doesn't last very long. So
Despairs.
yeah. So you're throwing away a lot of money. So yeah.
yeah, which stinks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a fence is a more permanent solution.
Yeah.
That's buried down because they can dig under.
Mm. Yeah.
Or electrify it, right? Can you electrify the bottom line?
You can. You can put a wire there, just around the edge.
hmm I know that Cog Hill, to get like the deer and stuff to stay out of their theirs, and some of the geese and stuff like that, they would put they call it prayer flags, but banners.
Mm-hmm.
So the different colored banners, and they would wrap it around
Yeah.
their garden because of the swaying and stuff. It deters the animals from trying to jump the fence and into the gardens
Right.
and fly in. So
Yeah.
that could be a second option besides the bottom and the
Mhm.
fencing, of course.
Deer jumping in my garden. I'd have a freezer full of meat.
Yeah, but they're not that kind of people. They're all their animals are either rescue or pets. So
Right. Yeah.
I'd rescue
who
the
I
deer.
get to meet this weekend, I'm excited for.
I'd rescue the
That
deer.
is exciting.
But
Yeah, you'd rescue the deer and then throw it in the freezer.
Yeah,
they were
hunting
too
season's coming
warm
up.
out there. They were too warm out there. They had to come in and cool down. What can I say?
No, I don't do Bambi or Thumper.
Oh, we do.
I know.
No,
I'm a city
maybe
girl.
from our front porch too. It's
No Bambi's up here. We're on to.
we have food plots set out for them, and water along their way.
Hey,
Hi,
Gary.
Hey, how y'all doing?
good. How are you doing?
Awesome.
I'm doing pretty good. I've been in the chat for a while. Hadn't said anything, mind you. Been lurking, just a little bit of lurking.
Just a
Lots of people do it. It's not to be ashamed of.
Hey, I did hit that like button. I hit that like button, so you owe me your entire life. No,
Cash or credit?
I take cash on the barrelhead.
Okay. Checks in the mail.
I appreciate that.
$1 just for you.
No, I already sent them more than that.
Hey, that reminds me, I need to send you some stuff up there to Canada. I'm just really bad about sending things. I'd
You
rather
don't-
send you some money.
You don't have to send me nothing. You know that.
Well, I know, but still, the fact is, I ain't good about going to the mail, and I'm almost as bad as Devil Dog at doing mail calls. So, but on the
I don't know
positive,
about that, Gary. Nobody is as bad as Devil Dog.
hey, believe it or not, I had some mail that was older than Devil Dog's mail, that I did a mail call on the other day. It's actually on my channel right now. That mail that I had from Shirley over at Just Doing Our Best, that was from back in February, and he was already up to March or something. So,
Oh wow.
well, I'm caught up. In fact, I'm all caught up because now I had one that was 4 or 5 days fresher than his on March, but I went ahead and did that one too.
Get it
So,
out of the way.
Are you still making personalized stickers?
the last one I made, I still ain't sent out. I did one for Drunken Chef Barbecues, Little Chef,
Mm-hmm.
but I asked him to send me a email with a mailing address, and he ain't done it. But I've still got it, and I will at some point. I'll go to the trouble of looking it up and sending something out that way.
Kimmy
But-
and Debbie.
If you need it, I've got it.
Well, hey, you got my number, ain't you, Des?
Yeah, I do.
You mind texting it to me?
No, I don't.
I appreciate it if you. I mean, I may even have it somewhere. I don't know. I just it's something's got to be just about staring me in the face for me to do something with.
That's why I've got my little address book.
Well, in fact, I've been having problems with my faucet for I don't know a year or so, and the diverter valve sticks in it, and so if I pour the water on too high, it shoots. The diverter valve kicks in and it sends everything through to the sprayer, and I don't want that. So I ain't even bought another faucet until today, and then it was just because I was walking Nikki through the store, and at some point I ended up in front of the faucets, and I said, hey, we need a faucet. So I found one that had a sale, had a sale on it. It was like $70 off. So I said, that looks like a good one to me. So
Nikki's thought was, these are funny looking fire hydrants. How do I pee on those?
well, hey Danny, the
Danny.
hey Kenny
Hey,
and
Danny.
Debbie. The truth is, she was really good. She was awesome throughout. She didn't bark at anybody. She was pretty good about not trying to climb up on. She didn't try to lead me for the most part. She was. It's not like she spent a lot of time on a leash, but we're trying to get her, kind of a little bit more socialized before
Mhm.
Saturday, and so we spent a couple of trips, taking her into places where people were at, and
Yeah.
He is Danny.
I am Danny. I will be there. Me, Tammy, and Nikki.
I sent you a picture of the address.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you very much for stopping in.
Oh my God, I'm supposed to leave now.
What? No,
Okay.
not you. Skipjack.
Skipjack.
Oh,
Outdoors.
Skipjack, excuse me.
well, I mean, if you need me to go, I'll go.
Danny
Well,
says, "Woohoo! You're gonna be there."
Ain't hurting my
Where is
feet.
this? Where are you guys going?
Oh,
We are
Flor-
going to Jemison, Alabama, but
Yeah.
we're staying in Clanton at the Clanton Shoney Inn Friday night. I'm staying Friday and Saturday. Gary's staying Friday night,
Mm.
and then I'm gonna stop a couple times along the way to get there because it's like 4.5 hours of time change. I'm gonna leave here at 11. 11. 'Cause I'm picking up the car at 10. So as long as it takes to load up the car after I get it from rental, then we're gonna get on the road and go, and then go to Pedals from the Past for a little while. I don't know if I'm doing the whole day. It all depends on my legs and how I'm doing.
Mhm.
And if I end up leaving early, then I might drive an hour and a half east and go to Bucky's,
Okay.
and then go back to the hotel, and then the next morning we'll leave and start heading south. And if not, then I'll go to Bucky's the next morning and then start heading south.
Is Danny coming? I've heard.
Yes,
That you might
Danny's
be.
coming.
Danny's-
Danny and her husband are coming.
Okay, well, Danny, get up with me on Friday, and I'm gonna take Des and her daughter, and Jerry and his wife, and somebody else out. I think me.
F.I.
Tammy.
Humphrey, wasn't it?
Yeah, if we can get up, if I can get up with her.
Alicia.
Alicia, thank you.
I'm gonna take a few folks out to eat on Friday night. Friday evening
Nice.
supper. They can call it dinner if they want, but in my opinion, it's supper.
We always say supper or dinner, depends on our mood.
That's
It's the
what I
same
was-
thing. The evening meal.
Mhm.
It's dinner, it's breakfast, dinner, and supper.
No,
Mhm.
it's not. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
No,
Yeah.
or
breakfast-
supper.
Des has got it, except for it's supposed to be supper in the evening.
Or supper, depending on who you ask.
Okay, well, I mean, hey, it's okay either way, Danny. We'd love to have dinner with
Oh, I'd
know,
love to see Danny
you.
there.
Yeah, just to sit down meal, fellowship, koinonia, baby, koinonia.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing new stickers too, by the way, Danny.
Oh, I'm bringing
So-
magnets too. I ain't got stickers. Well, I think I have some stickers.
I have Nikki as a sticker, but I want her as a magnet.
I don't. I think I do have a magnet or two of Nikki, and if I've got one, it's yours, Dad.
Okay, cool. Because I want to put her on the fridge with everybody else. And
Cool.
I'll make like my 6th or 7th magnet.
And well, I ordered a bunch of magnets. I've got enough to last me my entire YouTube career. Well, hey, if I run out of them, I'll get more. Ain't no big
There you
deal.
go.
Well, I ordered. Apparently, I ordered 200 of them.
Oh wow.
Wonderful. Wow.
That's nice.
Well, hey, I'm just giving them away. Give it away, give it away, give it away
I
now.
am
Hey,
not
now.
going to Kentucky this weekend. I wish I was.
We would say forget that. Detour south.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can talk my husband into it. I don't know.
Well, they're gonna have plants.
Yeah, it's a nursery that they're having it at. It's beautiful from what
That's
Oh,
right.
really?
I've seen.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Petals of
they do. Yeah, Petals from the Past. They do. If you watch Cog Hill and his new farm,
Mm-hmm.
new homestead, whatever, they have the trellis system. So when they do their fruits, they do like a couple of stalks. Oh, listen to that vehicle go by their house. It goes up the stalk, and they take the strongest branches and they put it on each of the lines, the metal lines, and they lightly tie it, and then they get rid of all the little pieces so that it goes up and then it hangs down, so they're not getting like all the bushes and the thorns or whatever. They're cropping off the top of the vines, and they're
Mm-hmm.
doing the same thing with their pear, their apple, their fig bushes. They're
Oh, wow.
all doing trellis growth, and it looks so cool.
Yeah, it does. I
And
saw that.
that's what, yeah, and that's where they got the idea from, was Petals from the Past.
Mm.
That
So
that wasn't a vehicle, Des. That was the electric lift. Couch.
I might have to
wow,
see if I can go to Kentucky. Talk to my
There's
husband.
there's been dump trucks going back and forth all week here.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, it's still
Google.
traffic.
Turn on all the lights.
To control lights using Google Assistant.
Google, shut up.
Set up the phone.
Didn't work, Gary.
I know. Hey, it was worth a shot.
Google, you're so sweet.
Next time I try that, maybe, yeah, of course we want to see you, Dan.
No, not you, Laura.
I'd love to see you guys too.
That'd be cool.
I still want to get your sticker too, Laura. I don't have it yet. Add
Oh,
it to my sticker album.
you should send me your address or put it in the privates.
Oh,
Yours,
yeah.
okay, cool.
From you, don't I, Laura?
I'll put mine in private.
I'm pretty sure I do.
I finally got my HBO Max reset.
Nice.
Well, for some reason, it wasn't sending it to my email. Every time I couldn't remember the password, and so every time I tried to go through and put it on, either my computer or my phone, or it just wasn't doing it, and so
Yeah.
I was about ready to cancel my subscription, because the only time I ever get to watch is when I'm home, and I don't tend to be on that particular app when I'm at home much anyhow. I mean, most of my
Yeah.
time's either on the computer. Although, to be fair, over the last month and a half, I guess, I've spent more time on the television. Kind of dropped out for a little while. I'm kind
Took a
of,
break.
yeah,
You didn't drop out. You just took a much needed break.
yeah, and
It's hard to keep up with, you know?
yeah, but I finally got to where I think maybe I've hit the refresh button enough to where I'm, coming back and doing a few. I'm not being obsessive about being over here at this point and being over there at that point, and
Mhm.
going to all these folks that I ain't never been in their live stream, and saying hello, and hey, my whole point of being on here is just to hang out with my home skillets, and just chill a little bit.
Yeah.
And so the and knowing I got no intentions I got no intentions
Thank you.
of monetizing my YouTube police channel, so I don't have to worry about. I mean, I do spend time on it and have fun with it, and most, like two out of every three live streams tend to be on that channel.
Yeah.
It is what
That's
it is.
okay. I'm a Spaniard. We hug too. Hey, Danny, do you have do you have either one of these?
Man, temperature just shot right up again.
These are my two newest ones. I think this is what I'm going to be sticking to is these two.
Yeah, they're good.
Thanks.
What is the temp up there, Al?
It's currently 75.
Hot.
It is for us.
Yeah.
That's not counting the humidity.
What's your humidity?
Oh, do. Let's see if I can get it here. See, full forecast. 95%.
Ooh. That Hurricane Lee is scaring the it's good. Everybody that's along the coast has to be careful. It's possibly a Cat 5,
Wow.
including you all up there. Because who knows how it's going to go.
Yeah, it sometimes swings over here in Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, but him up there, up in Newfoundland.
Hmm. Yeah.
Let's check my little map. I have a map here. It's a real-time satellite feed. And it shows...
I just want to see what my...
It's
ahead.
currently... It says an E.
Right now it's 93 with a heat index of 99.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's worse than us here. We're
Let me
like
see. Let me see where Big Matt, outdoors Big Matt. It's 99 with a heat index of 109. And
Right.
where Eddie is, it's 99 with a heat index of nothing. Oh, 108. And it's go further.
The hurricane is currently tracked just outside of Halifax,
Okay.
and it's said to come up through. They think it's going to hit around Central, so it might miss me. It's kind of hard
And
to see.
that's Hurricane Lee.
I believe so.
Because Lee is still down in outside the islands and all that stuff.
my
Ten-
son lives in California, and they were talking about
That's-
Hurricane Hillary
Yeah.
and all the jokes that were coming out. They're watch out if Hillary sends you an email. It might be from the wrong, all kinds of stuff like that. Just crazy.
Yeah.
This is just a tropical storm Idalia.
Yeah, that's what's left of Adalia. That's not Lee.
No.
Hey,
That's
Josh.
Hey, Skinner Farms, Josh.
Always good to see you.
Are
Hey,
you going
Josh.
to
It
Kentucky?
is a pleasure. It is a pleasure to see you. Humidity here is like 68%. We just had to come pour down rain.
We're about to get some rain here. It's 70%. We're at like 86, and the heat index is 93.
I can't find the heat index here.
Our heat index is 95, and we're at 75. So
Well,
that explains why I'm
Skinner.
to sweat even with the windows not open. Oh, base.
it's practically cold here because it's only 86 degrees. But we had a high of 94, I think.
Mm.
Danny.
Danny, Daniela.
Hi,
Good to see you, Danny.
how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Awesome.
It's like we're on the phone.
A little bit.
I can't really, I don't know how long I'll be able to have service.
Well, thanks for
It's like
stopping in.
delayed a little bit. I don't know.
I don't think so, Skinner. My husband's probably working.
Josh goes, hey, it's Dancing Danny.
I wanted to tell Dad.
Yeah.
I do. I think I do have your new stickers.
All right. Well, they're coming with me anyway, just in case, but double check and see if you got the yellow background and the orange background.
I know. I
You
got.
might have my white one. I feel like my
Actually, it's in my
yellow
folder
one.
from, Like,
Yeah, she said that. She goes, be prepared. I'm a hugger. Yay, Nikki. Aw, look at Laura's doggy. Aw, all those kisses. I've got that one, but not as a sticker.
Very odd.
I think I have all your stickers, Gary.
Cool.
I got your badge as well.
Well,
Very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got
Just double check your stickers and see if you got the yellow background and the orange. You might have my white background.
I don't have the Nikki magnet in that though, but I've got all the other stickers. I got Luke 29 and
Well, I'm not sure what all Jamie sent me.
I'm waiting for Josh's magnet. I still haven't gotten it. I've been waiting now, what, 2 years, 2.5 years?
yeah, I haven't gotten one either.
He keeps on saying he's going to send one, and so my side of my refrigerator is just waiting for that magnet.
You mean this?
Yes, that.
That's the one.
No, Josh, I never got it.
Yeah, I didn't get it either, Josh. We're gonna have to wait.
Never,
We're gonna
never,
have to
been,
wait
never,
for-
never.
well, I
We're gonna
miss
have to go-
y'all. I just wanted to say hey.
Oh,
And then she's gone.
And
Deanna
then
has
she's-
one too. Not sure if Gary did or not.
What?
His
Hey,
magnet, Josh's magnet.
Man, every one of my stickers is up in envelopes here in the cabinet.
Mm.
I have not done a sticker board
bad.
type thing. I'm thinking of doing one, but I'm pretty bad about procrastinating. I've only been putting it off for a couple of years now. You know, maybe I'll end up doing it.
Yours went back to Josh.
maybe next year. Yeah, he said mine
Maybe.
came. That's weird.
It's a future
Yours
project.
at least arrived back to him. Mine never made it to him or back to him. Mine's out lost in space with your package.
I like
Yeah.
your thumbs up prompt, Al.
Thank you.
Human.
That means I'm still waiting. If you're going to ship my my second bottle, you better ship it with the first bottle. Because I'm owed 2.
I know.
Ah,
There's one in the package that got sent out. I gotta send out.
I know.
So
And it hasn't come yet. And when was it that you sent it out? You remember how long ago? At least a month, right? Or 3 weeks, something like that.
it's about 3 weeks ago at least. So
Okay.
it should have been there. It should have been there.
I know. I'm waiting to see from Jonesy if he got my envelope with all the stickers and postcards I sent him. I sent him a postcard from 2 bottles. Yep, I won 2 bottles.
It's not time.
Yeah.
It's not time.
Guys won a bottle one day, and then I had that sent out, and then she won another bottle. Then I think
Right after he sent it.
after or something, we won another bottle. I was like, oh my god. We'll hang on to the package for another little while.
Yeah.
But there was no
I-
room in that box for anything else anyway, so that box got.
I'm hoping that box will get here. I'm hoping.
There might be, and I think there will be, a little extra. I'll put a little extra something in with the new bottle because I don't have that done up yet.
Okay.
So,
What's up, Jerbs?
hey, Jerbs, thanks for stopping back.
Oh, mail's headed your way, Mr. Al, finally.
Oh, perfect.
Bummer, Josh.
I am going to, because I started making some little things that I'm thinking about selling, but I think I will send you a little something that I've been making in with your bottle of syrup, so you can have a look at it. Tell me what you think about them.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
cool.
cute.
That's Nicole. That's Nikki.
Mm. I got a new one too. A couple new ones actually. We got 2 labs.
We watched the movie Strays last night, and it's all about stray dogs, and
Oh, a Weimaraner? Or whatever they're called?
No, this is a lab.
Oh,
a
looks
lab.
like a Weimaraner.
so-
Same color.
Aww.
Hey,
so
puppy dog.
beautiful.
This is Bubba,
Hey,
like
Bubba.
Bubblegum's trim.
Puppy dog.
So cute.
And then we have a charcoal gray one, too. They're brothers.
Aw, so sweet. How
Yeah.
young?
He is 14 weeks now.
Aw,
Yeah.
On the
hey,
movie
cutie.
trailers, Boston Terrier was one of the stars, and the lab, actually, that color was one of the other ones that was on it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
You
pretty
have a
rare.
mini Aussie coming next month too, Josh? That's cool. That dog will keep you young.
Hmm. Yeah, he did. Well, having two puppies at the same time.
Potty training, wiping up.
Uh-huh. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been anywhere in anybody's live because, the sleepless nights were real.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
potty
yeah.
training two puppies at one time, especially when they weren't on each other's schedules.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. So
It
they're
sounds like twins or a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. Because I've had some moms. The babies are like they just had the baby, and they were just cleared to have a baby. And they got pregnant again without trying.
Oh my
So
goodness.
Irish twins, more or less.
Hmm. That's how me and my sister were, and a couple of my kids. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother and I are 17 months apart.
17 weeks apart.
Oh, thank you,
Months.
Skinner.
I was about to say, I don't see how that worked.
No, no, months on months.
Months.
Well,
They
5
call
months out of the year. 5 months out of the year. My older brother, my younger brother, and myself are like, 57 years old, 58 years old, 59 years old. But so it's something similar to that. But for example, we're past August, so I guess my in December I turned 59. My older brother just turned 60, and then in March, I guess my other brother will turn 58, maybe. So
I
we'll
have
be
one
58,
brother.
60.
That's awesome. I have one brother that's 13 to 14 years younger than me, and a sister. One from my dad and one from my mom.
Mm.
And then my brother and I are 17 months apart, but I don't talk to any of them. They're in their own little worlds, worrying about their own little people,
Hmm.
Yeah.
or no little people, but they're in their own little worlds. So it's whatever.
Yeah. I think we all have some family like that, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm that family.
And my kids are not going to have kids, so I'm not going to be a grandma.
Right.
So
That's the way my family probably feels about me. So, because I moved to Tennessee and they're all in Oregon.
that's okay, Danny. We understand. Yeah, I have a sister in Michigan, my brother in Ohio, my other brother in Rhode Island. The one in Rhode Island's got no kids. The one in Michigan, she's got one, and my brother, he's got 3.
Mm.
I have not met the 3. I met my little nephew when he was young. He was scared of me back in 2015. I have not seen him since. He's now like 10.
Wow.
Yeah. We had a family reunion down here, and then before that, before I saw my sister, was back in '96. So
Wow.
2015, '96, and before that, she was a toddler. No, she
Wow,
was
my
past a toddler.
goodness.
She was like 9, I think. So, and then she was a baby.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I wasn't raised with my brother, my youngest brother, I should say.
Yeah.
Both of my brothers are younger. So I didn't get to see his growth because he was in Germany, military. Stepfather was in the army.
Mm.
And then when he came back, I saw him when he was playing football. And then right out of high school, the Air Force recruited him because they wanted him so bad. He was so good.
Wow.
So yeah, and not for football, but for other things.
Mm.
He just retired as whatever the highest rank is before you get the bars in the services. So I don't. And in the army, I know it's a master sergeant, but I
Hmm.
don't know what it is in the Air Force.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
It's no good asking me.
right.
And it'd be no good to ask Eddie either because he was only a Marine.
Only a Marine.
Only Marie.
That's smart, Linda.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is wicked smart.
Yeah, that is good.
Back in the day, it was photos. Like I got
Yeah.
all my dad's. I have most of my dad's photo albums. My brother unfortunately stole one of my dad's photo albums from Vietnam, so I only have a handful of pictures left.
Mm.
But that in his uniform with all of it,
Well,
with a lot of his medals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess some of my old photo albums there from mom and that, but a lot of mom's photo albums are my a lot of like my sisters got them.
yeah. I've got my dad's albums. He gave them to me because he knew I would want them if anything
Hmm.
should happen. And so I have my photo album in there that my grandmother made me, and then we have a little bit of the kids. But Serena got a hold of the film when she was younger and pulled the film out, so it ruined all the pictures. So I think I have like 3 baby pictures of her.
Hmm.
That's
One
it.
good thing mom started doing was mom did start getting all of her pictures put on CDs. So I have the CDs of all of her pictures.
Yeah. My mom and dad did that too, and I have that.
That's
So
Their
smart.
old videos too of their family, you know.
I
Yeah,
don't
my
have
uncle. Go ahead.
I don't have any video, but I do have like there's a ton of pictures of the family and a lot of the older pictures and everything like that. She put them all on,
Mm.
so I
That's
got a lot
cool.
of that.
My dad. I mean, not my dad. My uncle. He lives in St. Croix, and remember Hurricane Andrew that wiped out Homestead, Florida.
Hmm.
It had hit the Virgin Islands. My uncle lost his house. The only thing that was left was the pool, the in-ground pool. There was nothing left.
Wow.
It was my dad. I mean, sorry. It was my uncle, my aunt, the housekeeper, and their dogs all huddled in a car watching everything that he ever had, all of his Olympic stuff, all of his pictures and reels of film because he had remember the old movie theaters you had a wheel
Hmm.
here and a wheel here and then you run it through. He
Hmm.
had tons of those of us growing up and they're all gone. Everything just
Oh
totally
wow.
gone. Yeah,
That's crazy.
somewhere floating in the Caribbean or down the bottom of the
Yeah.
Caribbean somewhere, or somebody took them that's on on the on the island whatever they found. But yeah, everything just
Stuff
totally gone.
happens. It's really bad when stuff like that happens because it's stuff that you can't replace it. There's
No,
no and you can't say it's worth this much because there's no value that you can put on it because it's
right.
memory you're never going to get back. You know,
But they did rebuild their house, so but they rebuilt it better.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, yeah. He owns his business was the first car rental dealership on the island of St. Croix.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so he's buku rich, my uncle.
Hmm.
So when that happened, he turned around and rebuilt the whole house. Unfortunately, like Al said, you can't replace the old films, the old pictures, and the
Yeah.
old awards and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So, but his house is
For
absolutely
sure.
gorgeous. Ah, and the view off the pool deck, and you look at the sky because my aunt would take like pictures all the time, or yeah, take pictures and post them on Facebook, and you see the sun setting, and you
Hmm.
see the sky just, and then you'll see a bat because the bats like to come and swoop down and drink water out of the pools.
I gotta go. My puppies are waking up. So
They're like,
that means trouble.
okay, that means trouble, but it also means time to take them out for a walk.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. God bless you guys.
Bye, Laura. Good to see you, hon.
Yeah. Good to see you.
See ya. Thank you for coming in.
Puppies are absolutely adorable. Nikki, her ears.
Yeah, I saw that.
I like that. You got one of your cameras on Nikki. That's smart. We always get to see Nikki,
Well, that's the pet cam or the Nikki cam.
the Nikki cam.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nikki, does she have one of your shoes to chew up there?
No, she's right now. This is the part of the. Let me have this. This is part of. This is a little thing we got her to instead of using.
Harness.
Yeah, it's a harness. And instead of, if I can just remember how this goes together. Yeah, it goes like that, I think. And this goes here. And this is what we've been walking her on to make sure that she has decent social skills. We don't want to get out there and wreak havoc with society.
Now, is that the harness that if they pull, it tightens around their underlegs?
The chest.
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. As far as I know, it just kind of. In fact, this kind of slides from side to side.
Okay.
And we hadn't had any problem with Nikki whatsoever on this thing.
Yeah, there's one.
I've never seen another dog that took to it as well as she. Not that I've seen a lot of dogs, people, but you hear stories about folks trying to teach
one
dog.
harness that my mom had for because he was crossed between a German Shepherd and a Labrador. And the way the harness was, the thing didn't slide side to side, but it had the two loops used to come up and go into the ring for hooking the leash on.
Mm-hmm.
And if he tried to walk ahead of you, it would pull underneath his shoulders and make him sit down.
Well,
So,
we hadn't had to have that.
Here, and he'd have to sit down for it to loosen up again.
Well, Nikki has just been absolutely adorable with this, on this, with this setup, and so we're very, very happy to have her. I'm just there. I can't, she's as sweet a dog as I've ever seen. She's as sweet as Lola Bell was, and she's very well mannered. She wants to make us happy. She's funny as all get out. Sense of humor. She'll go through and she'll, when we go to bed, I'll set her on the bed, tell her to go to Mama, and she'll go over there and she'll start nudging Tammy on her back till Tammy holds up the blanket, and she'll crawl underneath the blanket. When I sit there and I go to get ready for work and I go into the bathroom, I'll leave her on the bed, and sometimes she'll go over, and I've seen her, I come back out when I was finished and was ready to pick her up. I had to go play hide and seek to find her because she was buried underneath a pillow with just about that much of her rear end sticking out behind it. I don't
want to get up.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. You made it. I'm going to be getting off in a few minutes, I think. It's good to see you, though. It's nice to see you back around. I've certainly missed hanging out with all of you guys. This is one of the big things that gets me with this is I don't get to hang out with you guys as much as what I was able to before, which is a downer, like a big downer. Doris misses you too, don't you, Doris? Doris misses all the attention. See, it's not me, it's her.
Hey, by the way, did you notice, Al, we've got 29 likes on here?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I thought so too.
More. Yeah, I noticed too, Dave hasn't been on in a while. I don't know. He hasn't been on a live now in.
He's got a let me see. Hold on a second. I'll tell you when his last live was. I have not gone there.
It's a couple of months ago now. For sure.
Facebook, yeah, Facebook. He's got a chat group.
Yep.
Messenger, you've been getting that?
Yep. I'm in the Facebook group, but I know he hasn't been on live on YouTube in quite a while. Every now and again, Gary, when I look up, it looks like it's somebody behind you reaching for you.
It's just himself getting himself. All right, let's see.
Hey, if I could duplicate myself, I could get a lot more done.
Or a lot less, just more fun.
There we go.
Yeah. Can you
I'd be
imagine the
willing.
conversations?
Hey, I'm not sure I could get a word in edgewise.
5:31 was the last time he was going to do a live.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. Am I looking at that wrong?
5th month, yeah. It's been that long. It's been quite a while since he was on. That's what I said. I send him a message every now and again just to make sure he's okay and stuff like that, but he has not. He's just been having a lot of stuff come up and doing stuff, and he's still putting out videos.
Yeah.
But he just hasn't been on live. Which is, it's, I understand, but I'd like to see him, just say how you doing.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing how focused a person can get and, driven you can be to reach some of these, especially when it comes to becoming monetized. And then you get monetized. At least this has been my experience. And even though I knew that it wasn't going to pay much, and then it kind of hit my expectations as far as, how little it pays, and you get to look at how many hours you put in for, and now don't get me wrong, I don't regret a minute of it because I've met a lot of wonderful folks and I've enjoyed a lot of it. And truth is I get, I tend to be obsessive about whatever I do. And so I've enjoyed it, but still at some point it's very easy to get burnt out.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, it's easy to get tangled up in anything. I mean, that's what happened to me with this summer. Is I was helping out a friend with a few things, and I just ended up getting tangled into a whole bunch of other stuff with helping out with stuff, and I haven't had hardly any time on here.
Yeah.
Now, I miss getting out into the woods. I miss getting out and doing stuff. Yes, of course I do. I miss coming on here and hanging out with all of you guys. Absolutely. Would I change what I've done over this summer? Probably not, because it's just something else. Yeah, it takes me away, but it also helps me re-energize to everything that I need. Above the ring, Gary.
You recognize that?
I do recognize that one. I love that one. When I saw that, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's Gary.
I think y'all sent that to me.
Yep.
And I've been using it as my wedding ring. Thank you for my wedding ring.
You're welcome. I'm sure Tammy loves it.
Oh, to be honest with you, I don't know if she cares one way or the other. I've been married this December. I'll have 35 years marriage under my belt, and I hadn't worn a wedding ring really since about a year after I got married. And I used to work with Sears, and my ring, I remember climbing up into some racks to try to get some parts, and I should have used a ladder or something. I just don't remember there being a ladder over there where I could get access to it.
I can
And
tell
my
you,
ring caught.
Got hooked on the pallet racking, didn't it?
It caught on the rack of the shelf,
Yeah.
and when I went to hop down, it yanked the crap out of my hand. And so
I did the same thing with mine. I almost ripped my finger off.
yeah.
And it was then I stopped wearing it then. But now I got rings on now. I got the Ring of Power.
There we go.
That one I wears there, and I've got my, because it's Batman versus Superman, so I got
Oh,
my
cool. I like
I
that.
got my
That's awesome.
Superman ring on here.
That's awesome. It really is. I love that.
Yeah, I like that when I saw it. I was like, look, it's Superman. I gotta get me one of those.
That's nice. The I've got a ring from when I graduated the police academy. I don't do a lot of jewelry, as y'all. I don't know if y'all have ever noticed that or not, but I don't typically wear a bunch in the way of jewelry. I haven't. Now when I was young and single, I used to have like a gold necklace that was a pretty expensive necklace. Somebody after I got married, I had it hanging in the bathroom, and I guess somebody that came to work, we were in family housing on campus. I guess somebody came in and stole it, and so I hadn't felt the urge to put a lot of money into jewelry. And Ring of Power, I don't know that, well, I'm not going into that. One to control them all. One ring.
One ring to rule them all.
Yeah. But
One has all the writing, all the Elvis writing, and everything is on this too, inside and out. See it on there, but it is all on there.
Well, the other ring is a real pretty ring. It's a class ring with a blue stone in it, but the stone popped out. I need to get it sent back to Balfour or something. I think that's where we got it. To get them, I guess I could just take it to a jeweler, maybe at a pawn shop or something. I bet they could put it back in.
They could probably reset stone for you, yeah.
So, in fact, I need to. I know where the stone is, and I know where the ring is, and I need to go through and that way I can put it on one hand, have my,
Yeah, the class rings are not small either, right?
No, it's not.
They're a big ring.
And but that way I can have one for either hand. Have my Batman wedding ring on one, my Melota ring on the other.
Nice.
And it's just something I'm thinking about. In fact, I'll suggest that to Tammy, so that next time we go, into town or something, maybe we'll do it.
I missed you coming in, Nicole.
Good to see you, Nicole. Hey, Des.
Yeah.
If he's about to end, won't you? I don't know if he is or not, but he said something about it.
Yeah, I was going to end there.
I'm doing my live tomorrow night.
Well, you could do a pop-up live now.
No.
She spent enough time with me. She don't need more.
No, I'm tired. Actually, I've been up since 5:45.
Oh,
and
okay.
I went out of the house at like 6:15 to go to Wily World, get some supplies, and came back for like an hour. Then went back out and did the post office and Publix and Trader Joe's and tried to get cigarettes. They were out, but I got gas for the cars and lottery tickets. So yeah, I was out since like 6:30 this morning. Got back at noon, but I was up at 6:45, or before that. I lost track. I was dozing off just now.
Rebecca just woke up.
Well, that's good. She had a little nap.
She was here earlier. She was on. I opened up the package that she sent me. She sent me some of this. I don't know if you saw it or not, Gary. She sent me
Left
some.
your mama.
Mama.
Oh yeah.
And she sent Nicole some dishcloths, pot holders, and a dishcloth. So that's nice. So I'll bring that down. I'll bring that down to Nicole there now.
Besides, the kids won't cook dinner if I'm on. I haven't eaten since 10 o'clock this morning, so they won't cook dinner if I'm on screen.
Oh yeah, they don't like going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy made the best meatloaf I think I've ever had. Hey, Marianne.
Hey, Marianne.
And she used some of Chef's SPG.
Mm-hmm.
in it and in the meat to season the meat. Put some pig sweet in it. I'm not sure what else she did to it. Put, I think, some Ritz crackers as like a binder, couple of eggs. I think she was using 5 pounds of meat and broke it down into 2 separate meatloaves. And then I made the stuff to put on top of it, the glaze, and it was just, I used Whataburger spicy ketchup. Used a little bit of the pepper flakes that we had from the garden from 2 years ago. I think she used some of that in the meat too.
That's cool.
And
No, the last time I made a meatloaf, what I did was I took the meatloaf and I hollowed it out,
mhm.
and I put a layer of bacon in and cheese and then bacon and then covered it over. So the bacon and cheese cooked in the middle of the meatloaf. So
Was
when
the bacon done cooked before you put it in, or
No.
did?
No.
Okay.
So the greases of the bacon and that went through the meatloaf too. So
Well,
you had
I
bacon flavor in it.
I had an idea for a meatloaf that was a little unusual, and I'm thinking, make the meatloaf right, but then turn around and make it like a cheeseburger with slices of cheese. You know, once you get it basically done, you know, put some ketchup on it or something like, you know, the glaze that I made with the Golden's brown spicy mustard, some Whataburger, you know, spicy ketchup, some I think we used a little bit of brown sugar in there, and what else? Anyhow, we did that, and then we went through. But you could put the same glaze on there, but just put like some cheese slices on there to melt it on top, and maybe even some pickles underneath that or something. I don't know. But that would be like a cheeseburger. For that matter, you could just do that and then turn around and cut it into squares and just slap it on some buns for cheeseburgers.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be kind of cool. It was just an idea that was rolling around in my head.
Another thing I saw done too was the meatloaf wrapped in bacon. Have you seen that?
The meatloaf, what wrapped it? Oh yeah,
Wrapped in
in fact,
bacon.
Like
I did a.
line the whole pan with bacon and then put your meatloaf in and then like put the bacon over top of it too, so the whole meatloaf is wrapped all around the bacon.
Hang on just a second. Let me show you something.
You can get up there.
All right, hang on. I'm almost there. Almost there. Let's see. All right. Feel free to share that. That has been wrapped in bacon.
Nice.
And a glaze on top of that. Let me see if I can find it with the spot before I added the glaze. Oh, with that one, something else I did that was kind of interesting is I forgot to add the Worcestershire. So I just went through and stuck a finger down in there in several spots
And filled up.
and filled them up with Worcestershire. That was an awesome meatloaf. I ain't gonna lie to you. The nice, juicy, and tasty. It was just, you know, and I did wrap it in bacon. Did the interlaced bacon, you know?
Yeah.
And put that on there. I guess that's a little shameless plug, but it was exceptional though. I call it a bacon bomb meatloaf, but that bacon makes everything better.
I need to get my room finished so I can show you what the horse is over trying to do. She's she's got her back. She had her back. Now she's getting down. She had her back legs up on the back of their chair, the front legs down on the arm of the chair, and then she was reaching out trying to open her sheets that are on the unit.
That's funny.
So she was like up like this, trying to get the treats. She's like, I said, "You're not going to get them."
Oh.
Now she's leaving.
Nikki, it's funny. Nikki just kind of. She ain't paying no attention.
No, she don't mind you at all.
She sits. It's surprising to me that she'll sit right. A lot of times when I'm on here, she'll just sit right there and take a nap. The Otis, he's anywhere but here. It was good, Linda. I assure you. I don't know if I put that. I may have put that recipe on my. That video on my Ken Cook video. I ought to try and see what all's on there and download some of this stuff that I've already done and put it on my. I think I've got most of it on my Ken Cook videos, but there may be something I can add to it.
I'm gonna start putting out a few shorts here and there. I think just to get my view count to go back up.
Yeah, view count and subscriber count, and I mean, they're good for several things. But
Well, my subscriber count has still been going up. That's the thing. It's my subscriber count is still moving up, but my view count is kind of leveled out and dropped a little because I stopped putting out any shorts at all with everything that's going on.
yeah, looks
And
like you passed me.
did I pass? I don't think I
Yeah.
passed.
Well, yeah, you're at on this one. Looks like you're at 2.45. I'm only at like 2.40, I think, or maybe 2.41.
Oh wow!
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. But
Uh,
I got a split. I've got DJ.
I'm shutting down now in a minute. Anyway, it is
Okay.
2454. That's what I'm at.
Okay, I'm just like at 2409 or something like that.
But my views are down to 1.2K where they were at 2K.
I don't even know what mine are at. They're below that though. I'm pretty sure.
Mine are way below that too. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I got DJ's waiting for me.
Tell DJ I said hey, or no, tell him I said sup.
Gary says sup.
Tell him I said yay
Of
Astros.
course he did.
Tell him I said yay Astros.
Yay, Astros from Al. Boo, Astros. There you go.
Okay, see you,
Hi,
Dez.
Linda.
Thanks for coming out and hanging out.
Oh, no problem.
Well,
And there was two. And in about a minute and a half, I'll be shutting down.
all right. Well, I'll go ahead and go so you can do what you do. And it was good to see you. I just saw you on. I'd been in the had it on lurking. I like to lurk every now and again.
It's all
It's-
good.
Less expectations, but it's
Yep.
still showing support.
It is, absolutely.
So
It's one of the things I said too with my memberships, because like I have the membership to your channel, I got the membership to Eddie's channel. I don't always get to go to your videos or your lives, but I do
Right.
keep the membership because that's one way to support the channel that I know is going to help you out.
I appreciate that, and I remember yours as well. At least on my Belt Loop 29 channel. I don't think my YouTube places.
No, that's enough.
No, I'll let you
I
go.
don't-
So you
I
go.
don't- Yeah, I don't expect anybody, if you got 2 or 3 channels, I don't expect you to subscribe with all 3 channels. That's
All right.
it's easy. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Gary. Thank you, everyone that was up on panel with me today. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Des. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Mike. who was up earlier, DJ, of course. I appreciate all you guys for coming in and hanging out in my room for today. I went a little bit longer than what I was going to, but that's fine too because, like we said, Dave has not been around, so I'm just filling in some time slot here, which is perfectly fine. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And don't forget to be safe out there and, of course, have